What do you think is the basic difference between the two of them?
I don't feel there's any difference between Pakistani or Indian investors.
The Western countries, I do not think it's the West anymore. I think the
Correct.
center of the world is the Middle East now.
You know, you check the developer's track record. I mean, that's the biggest red flag.
And if you can get your hands on Emaar, you're a very lucky person. Maybe last year, one of our biggest deals in value-wise was from a Pakistani gentleman.
Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode. We are here unfiltered with the Bachanis. Now, who are the Bachanis? They're a power couple. Why do I say a power couple? Well, Rohit is someone who's built a wonderful tech business and he transitioned into real estate. What, when, how, we'll discover. And then he met the love of his life, Asha, who complemented his journey, his ambition, his purpose, and she is also now into real estate. Now, what's interesting is Rohit comes from an Indian background, Asha comes from a Pakistani background. They bring in the best of both the worlds together and try and understand and decode the nuances of financial planning, investment, wealth management. And that's exactly what we're going to be discussing in our series of podcasts. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what makes Dubai all the more special, how are investors different in different countries, in comparison to Dubai, is it viable to invest in India or Pakistan? And if Dubai, then where in Dubai? So without wasting more time, let's welcome our cherished guests. Rohit and Asha, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us, Diksha. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Diksha. Thank you so much.
I'm glad we're doing this. So Rohit, we'll go straight into the history of, your history in the tech industry in Dubai, especially during the 90s. Tell me, how did you start your tech life and what made you transition into real estate?
Thank you for asking that, Diksha. Well, I'm Dubai born. 1996, we started the business. But when I say we, it's my brother, elder brother, Sharjah, my dad, and my role was mop the floors, pick up the calls, and deliver computers to people's cars and maybe sometimes get a 5 dirham tip. So this is how we started in the backwaters of Bur Dubai, Meena Bazaar, if you know the old Dubai where it used to be. And from there, I would like to thank my family a lot, my elder brother, my father, who had the vision to make a brand called Merlin. Traveling in the late 90s to places like Korea, Taiwan, China, sourcing, bringing the products, trying to sell it to other places in Dubai. And there were a lot of people like us in Dubai back then. There was a lot of vision from the family. I was following them. And in a couple of years, it became a good brand. Merlin right now is in most of the top airports, shopping malls. It's a tech brand, very, very well known in the Middle East. And beyond. And what got me to real estate? Well, as you see, a family business, trends, we've been always following the trends. And Dubai is all about trends. Real estate is, I think, the biggest story in town. And we have ourselves invested in real estate in Dubai for over 20 years. And it was a natural inclination for us to get into real estate. Asha, me, my family, we all love. Who doesn't like buying a piece of property?
Right.
And this is what basically got us into real estate. Very simple, natural inclination.
No, but was it the ticket price or the glamour of real estate? अब बड़ा पैसा कमाएंगे, बहुत ये करेंगे. Was that the attraction point to get into real estate, or did you have any other purpose, or did you just enjoy talking about properties and selling properties?
I'll be very honest. It's money comes and goes in every business.
Correct.
Be in tech, real estate, you can choose. I would say it's not the glamour, it's the satisfaction. When the satisfaction me and Asha get when we buy a property, we sign a dotted line, we see a tangible product. And when we see that, we can get so much satisfaction. Believe me, I've not got that type of satisfaction, many other things. Property, just maybe it's an Asian thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
We just love having our own, own
Piece
chat.
of land, yeah.
Chat कहते हैं ना हिंदी में.
हाँ, घर में छत, सिर पे छत होनी चाहिए. बिल्कुल अपनी छत.
अपनी छत. So that's what we were thinking of. And when we see that satisfaction, I think that resonates with a lot of other people as well. And that exactly is what we thought, let's get into this business, because if we can feel so happy, let's spread that happiness away.
Sure. So Asha will now come to you. What year did you join him?
As soon as we started real estate,
Okay.
yes, it's been 3 years now.
Very nice, very nice.
yeah.
So, Asha, let's get to hear your story. You have a very interesting love story of how did you
Oh,
guys
God.
meet and so on. I think you could make a movie on it. So, छोटे में बताओ,
It's
how did you guys meet? What
Very,
happened?
very Bollywood.
Very Bollywood, absolutely.
No. So it was nothing like Veer Zara. So it's just that
I'm still on a jail yet.
we met at my sister's wedding, which happened to be in Pakistan. I met him there for the first time. And yeah, I mean, we became friends, and I still wonder what was I thinking back then. But here, ho gaya. No, so my cousin, one of my cousins, was good friends with him, and like we met at the wedding, and then she was like, in those days we used to have those Yahoo messengers and all that MSN, and she's
Right,
like,
right.
and she would be chatting to Rohit
Yeah.
on that, and she's like, why don't you also join in? And I'm like, okay, just randomly. I joined the chat, and I think we just started talking from there. And then before I even knew, we got engaged, we got married. Fast forward to 16 years, we have a 10-year-old son now.
Wonderful.
We run a company, and yes, it was very smooth. We didn't need to convince anybody. Our families
Right.
knew each other. But the fun element is there that it's India versus Pakistan,
course,
always
of
in the
course.
house.
Yes.
And especially
Who
during
do you support during cricket matches?
of course,
Like,
Pakistan. I was just coming to that.
Die hard
I
Indian.
love my
So you
country.
you
yeah.
wear the blue jersey and you sit and you
I'm
wear
like
the green
there with
jersey.
the green flag, supporting my country no matter what. जितने भी matches हार जाऊं, but I am on Pakistan
I remember
side.
that scene वो बजरंगी भाईजान वाला होता है ना वो पाकिस्तान में उसको देखते हुए कहती है हाँ मैं इधर हूँ like वो वाला scene की मुझे याद आ रही है
My poor son, he's 10 years old, and he's trying to figure out, am I a Pakistani or an Indian? And
नहीं मैं वो इंडियन टी शर्ट खरीद के उसको
but
पहना
when I
देता हूँ.
जबरदस्ती इसको ना, he's like, नहीं, I got you an Indian t-shirt. I said, let him decide, man. But he's so sweet. He's just like trying to please both of us. So
Yeah.
I like both the countries and all that.
But luckily he has an Indian
But-
passport, so it's cool.
Yeah.
oh yeah your son has an Indian passport
Yeah.
oh that is interesting that's
Luckily, unluckily.
good जैसे भी
जैसे भी but मिल गया.
जैसे भी वो
Yes. So
So-
yeah, it's
So see, I'll tell you what, because you both come from different countries, and indeed you deal with investors also from, your respective countries. There are Pakistani investors, there are Indian investors. What do you think is the basic difference between the two of them, if you were to point out?
I don't think there is any difference. I mean, we don't feel
I agree.
any difference, कि Indian investor ऐसा सोचता है with the Pakistani investor. It's the same for
They
both.
all are aspirational. They
Yes.
want stability, a good investment, a good ROI. So I feel there are very little differences between them.
Correct.
Both are looking to invest in a great country, and that's and I feel it's a very common joke that Dubai is one of the best cities in India
Yeah.
and Pakistan. So
Of course,
why
I mean
not?
Dubai becomes a melting pot, right?
जी.
यहाँ पे दोनों तरफ से people are coming.
The best version of India and Pakistan, we would say.
Correct.
So yes.
No, but let's now talk about something a little bit more interesting, because now we look at places like Delhi, Bombay, Gurgaon, etc. in India, and we're looking at Lahore and even Karachi, etc. And now the thing is that the prices, per square feet have, gone high in both of these countries and these individual cities as well. 1 lakh per square feet, etc. They're at that level. With that, there's indeed an extensive population that's still purchasing property there. And in that manner, we also have property prices, etc., that are here, obviously growing and increasing and, doing well. So now, what is the general interest like? Are people still investing back home? Or are they choosing to invest in a place like Dubai, considering it comes with a lot of security, pollution-free environment, stress-free, and, एक अच्छे एक civilized locality, people, and so on, all of that. Are people still wanting कि नहीं हमको घर पीछे एक घर तो चाहिए वहाँ पे invest करना है? Or people, diverting their interests here?
So for Pakistan, I feel there is a shift. There is a big shift. People want to invest in Dubai in terms of security, the infrastructure. Of course, like people, who don't want to move out from Pakistan, they still want to, everybody wants to invest in their own land. That is there. But they also want to, they want their investments out of Pakistan as well. So for them, Dubai is one of the best options.
Sure.
And they feel that, their money will be safe, they're going to get more returns. and the market is stable. So in that case, I mean, I feel there is more of a shift in Pakistan.
Right.
Yes.
People are willing to go out rather than investing in
absolutely,
Pakistan.
absolutely. Yes.
Interesting. How about you, Rohit? What do you think? From an Indian perspective.
Well, I'm a numbers person, so let's talk numbers.
Yeah.
2024, Dubai Land Department attracted $155 billion. I would say around 50% were from the subcontinent. So $75 billion entered Dubai for property transfers, property registrations. This is a huge number. When looking at $75 billion, I would say the whole of India registry was maybe close to that. So you can imagine a small city like Dubai is getting that type of investments from overseas, and a big chunk of it is coming from India and Pakistan. And it's not just Indians and Pakistanis. Bear in mind, there's a large diaspora living in Canada, UK, USA, Australia, Western countries who are Indian and Pakistani diaspora and who want to come back to India and Pakistan, but not India and Pakistan. So where do they go? Everything else is 18 hours away, 8 hours away, 12 hours away. What better than Dubai?
Correct.
And that's the shift we are seeing. A lot of diaspora from the other parts of the world who have maybe secured the Western passport, who are happy, and now we are like, you know what, let's retire. But they don't want to retire back in Canada, America, Australia. They don't want to face the harsh winters. At the same time, maybe they don't want to look at the infrastructure which you're talking about of India and Pakistan and enjoy the stability, security. So Dubai is a natural fit for them. That is a very big clientele for us, not just Indian Pakistanis, but Indians and Pakistanis living in the
Abroad.
Western countries
Yes.
who want to come to Dubai.
Yes, yes. Well, that is there because see, staying outside Dubai comes with its own set of challenges. And as much as we harp about the benefits of having an international passport and Canada and the medical benefits and stuff, you understand that you're compromising on a very decent lifestyle on a daily basis for that one unforeseen circumstance wala day when things will just collapse, which may come or may not come. So I think there's because in both cultures I think we live in a very superlative mindset.
I agree.
कल को हो जाएगा.
Yeah, that's true.
तो ये होना चाहिए. Like आज को हम बहुत ज़्यादा वो preference नहीं देते ना. That is why I think why people also invest in Dubai, because the whole culture is pushed towards a sense of aspiration. That you aspire, kal karenge, and then that's how people want to grow and feel that it's there.
I'll add something to that, Diksha. Please. A lot of my clients who are in smaller cities of India. So I was talking about the Western countries, very small cities, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, smaller cities of India.
Yeah.
I meet a lot of them. Their children are studying in the West, and their parents are saying, "Why did we send our children to the West? We should have sent them to Dubai." So now I've seen that shift also.
Yes.
That not just Delhi, Mumbai, smaller satellite cities of India are sending their children to Dubai for education. And
Because we never considered Dubai worth studying in. I mean, I was raised in Dubai. I went to New Zealand, UK,
Exactly.
etc.
Yes.
Like, especially Dubai, people used to send their kids to India also.
Yes.
Because वहाँ पे पढ़ लो.
जी.
But Dubai is not worth
There's a
studying
big shift
in.
happening.
There's a
And the
massive
only
shift,
constant
yes.
thing is change. Dubai healthcare, Dubai
Yes.
education,
Yes.
everything is becoming so good. And
Yeah.
I have the same people in smaller cities who were aspirational, ambitious. They are going to all these Western countries and they're coming back so disappointed.
I know.
In 2025, the Western countries, I do not think it's the West anymore.
Correct.
I think the
Correct.
center of the world is the Middle East now.
Absolutely.
My
absolutely.
own nieces and nephews, some are from India, some are from Pakistan. They want to go abroad, they want to go to the West, and then I hear, okay, but later on we're going to settle in Dubai. So I said, then why don't you just come to Dubai?
Come to Dubai and then, yeah, of course.
They said, yes, I think that's the right thing. I think we should be doing that. But everybody around me, I mean, they have the same mindset that, yes, eventually we want to settle down in
Correct.
Dubai.
Correct.
Okay, we'll go and specialize, in this field, particular field, whatever. But we want to come and settle here.
Which is very interesting because Dubai is now home. It's like coming back
and I'm talking
home.
about like
Yes.
17, 18-year-old kids
Yes.
who will be like moving out of their own country.
Yes.
And it's amazing to see that.
Absolutely. The mind shift is
The mind shift
massive.
is massive,
It's massive.
yes.
Now let's talk about this thing. Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Sharjah particularly have been so close to Dubai from a really long time, but they have not enjoyed the same stature of demand or publicity or attracted all of that international audience as much as Dubai has. Why do you think makes Dubai so special in comparison to other Emirates?
It's interesting you brought this. It's a very good question, Diksha. I was born in Sharjah.
Me too.
Oh, okay. And in those days, it used to say, I hope I don't get in trouble saying that. They used to say Sharjah is the dormitory of Dubai.
Yeah, a lot of people still feel so. A lot of people still feel so.
Work in Dubai and come back to Sharjah.
Yes, yes.
And let's put a better international analogy as a realtor now or an investment advisor. Sharjah is a great city. Lovely culture. In fact, people from Dubai in the 80s would come to Sharjah to enjoy their parks, enjoy their museums, enjoy their gold souk. Infrastructure in the 70s and 80s, I would say Sharjah was ahead of Dubai.
Correct.
And even Abu Dhabi, they had we used to drive down in the 80s to Abu Dhabi to see all the tall towers. Dubai didn't have tall towers. Why Dubai in 2025 has grown to this level? And Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, maybe slightly, because their cousins have been left behind or getting there. I would say it's the leadership.
Yeah.
It's very simple. And it's a leadership from not just from Dubai, but from Abu Dhabi itself, that Dubai should be the center.
Correct.
And if you see, my first investment in UAE was incidentally in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, wow.
In 2004.
Achha.
I bought a villa in Abu Dhabi, thinking, Abu Dhabi has all the oil wealth. That's a safe place to invest.
Correct.
Dubai was, but Dubai has grown so well.
Yeah.
And let's look at some examples. The first shopping festival, where did it happen in the 90s?
Dubai, yeah, DSF.
DSF.
Yeah.
There was nothing in Abu Dhabi or Sharjah.
Correct.
All the sporting events, the World Cup, which happened last week. Dubai attracts, creates, makes the best hotels, the Burj Al Arab, the Burj Khalifa. Let's take Dubai as an analogy. Dubai is New York. And Abu Dhabi is Washington, D.C.
Correct.
And New York houses $370,000 millionaires.
Right.
Washington, even though it's a center of the world with Capitol Hill, Donald Trump is sitting there, all the money is in New York.
Correct.
Similarly, Dubai is similar to Mumbai or Delhi.
Yeah.
So I think Dubai it's its destiny to be the center. And of course, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi will grow, but Dubai will remain Dubai.
Interesting. No, now Sharjah has also come up with a lot of developments.
Yes.
They have the Zahyas and this and that. So, they're heavily promoting it.
Yes,
but I think, that, it is the leaders' passion that has really taken Dubai ahead. And I remember in Sharjah, we used to have so much stuff. The general culture in 90s was that people would travel to Dubai for work, come back home and stay in Sharjah.
Yes.
That's how the Dubai-Sharjah traffic lanes.
That's what his dad even, did.
Yes.
Yes, my dad has...
He would work in Dubai.
Twice a day used to do, because with those days, it used to be afternoon shift,
Right.
morning
So he
shift.
would
Yes,
come home
yes.
He would go
to
in the
Sharjah
morning,
and
take a siesta, come back.
Yes.
And then he would take us, my dad,
Yeah.
bless him, he would take us again at 8 p.m. to Dubai, to Indian Sports Club, to play badminton and
Correct.
swimming and things like that.
Imagine that.
And he would
many
come
times.
back. 3 times he would do.
Now with the traffic, we can't.
I don't think I can
No.
do this.
I know.
Nobody can do this. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, for us, my school was in Sharjah. Actually, no. First, I was in our own, which was in Dubai.
So
and
was
so
I.
we used to do the up and down, from Sharjah to Dubai and so on. Only because my dad's office was in Sharjah. My dad is into metals and trading and stuff.
Okay.
So his whole facility was in Sharjah. So we obviously had to stay there. Same thing, because, he had that afternoon gap, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Right.
So we were like, let's have a home closer to, his office. So at least he could come and, rest.
Lunch,
What
rest.
else would you do?
Yeah.
In
Makes
1 to
sense.
4, it's
Yes.
all closed. And I remember, going to school, getting stuck in traffic, coming back, and by the time, you're worn out, etc. And then slowly, the whole thing changed, where now, it's a task to go to Dubai, to come back. You'd rather say, listen, I'll stay in Dubai.
Yes.
I will pay a bit extra, but
But
I'll want to get rid of all this commuting issues.
Commuting issues, absolutely.
Right, Asha. My next question to you is, let's talk about some red flags, okay, that clients should watch out before buying a property in Dubai. Let's talk about both investors, Indians and Pakistanis.
So I always tell my investors, please watch out for these delayed handovers. Make sure that you check the developer's track record. I mean, that's the biggest flag, that it's very easy to get excited seeing looking at these brochures and those
Correct.
marketing gimmicks. Oh wow, we have the best payment plan, everything. But go and check the developer's record. Like, is he delivering on time? Otherwise, you'll just like be stuck. And that is one thing which is very important. Like for me, that's one advice I would give to
I
all
think
my investors.
She speaks from experience. We are investors,
Yes, I was
right?
just about to say that we're
Correct,
investors.
correct.
And we've had a very bad experience in past, like years.
We have
years
great
back.
experiences, bad experience, and we bring that to the table.
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
Yes.
With every investor, like whatever they're buying, we take it as our own investment. Right?
Sure.
So, we don't want them, to get into like a bad decision, or, we have to guide them. We have to tell them what's right, and they might not know, because in different countries, people, of course, there's not just people from Dubai, there are people from all over the world, and what they see are those marketing materials and brochures and everything, and they believe what it's there, right? So we have to tell them about, just study your developers and just check everything, and then you do your homework.
Correct.
Like that.
What are some of the developers that you recommend? You go like, these are great developers, and
Imar
they-
all the way.
Yeah.
Imar, I mean,
Safest,
Imar
right?
is
It's the
the
safest
safest.
bet. Yes.
Nakheel, Imar, like,
Imar is wow. We don't market Imar. The most difficult thing in Imar is to get stock.
Yes.
Allocation.
Inventories.
Inventories.
Yes.
There's nothing to
Yes.
market. You will not see one billboard of Imar or one Instagram reel or anything of Imar.
Correct.
They launch a project in the morning before you know
and
it's
before
sold
you know
out.
it's sold
Correct.
out. Yes.
So it's nothing to recommend. Everyone knows it.
Correct.
Imar is a no-brainer. And if you can get your hands on Imar, you're a very lucky person.
I agree.
And Nakheel, of course. Imar,
Nakheel
Nakheel.
is next.
These are great developers. And of course, they're very good private developers. Obviously, Shobha is great.
Right.
Damak's doing great stuff. A lot of developers are doing
When
great.
with these developers, you see that the communities are already ready before the handover. So when a person is going, everything, your schools, your malls, the entire thing is ready. With unknown developers or new developers, they will hand over the project probably whatever at whatever time frame, but you're still waiting. And that, like with experience, I'm talking that it's been probably we waited for 5 years, 7 years. Oh, there'll be a community. Oh, there will be a mosque here. Oh, there's a school coming up. So with Imar, Nakheel, you don't see all that.
Correct. That's right. Let's come to my next question, which is we obviously look at now Dubai Crown Prince visiting India for.
Lovely.
Huh?
That was such a great experience. I was so
Yes.
proud to see that.
Yeah.
For
Thank
all
you
these
for-
bilateral trade relationships and so on. What impact would these have eventually? Like,
Well, it's not just, today what has happened after His Highness Sheikh Hamdan. We saw in his Instagram profile, which is Faza of Faz 3, that he's visiting Mumbai, Pali Hill go to a restaurant, just maybe 1 mile away from where we stay in Bombay. And then he's meeting the cricket team, Rohit Sharma, they're exchanging jerseys. But this is something which is happening since over 100 years. The relation between India and UAE has not just started yesterday or last year. We have traders in Dubai, my own family members, who've come here in 1912, 1920. Great grandfathers.
pre-independence.
Much before independence.
Yes.
So that relation is such a beautiful relationship. It's cemented for over 100 years. And I think this was another testament to it. It will only go from strength to strength.
Correct.
And honestly, my heart just, it just bloomed when I was thinking about when he was visiting our cricket team, he was visiting our stock exchange. Wow. It doesn't get better than this.
Very nice. No, that is there. Dubai does a lot to actually, foster amazing relationships with so many countries and,
Yes.
making it a very lucrative place for attracting international investors and people. It's really nice. We, in fact, had the opportunity to also actually see the entire cricket team which had come down for the
Right.
World Cup.
Yes,
and
please.
so
It was amazing.
It was, I mean, all of these things India
And I'm
keeps
sorry
doing.
to add, Diksha, that even today we found out there were so many agreements which were done in place. One of them was all the IIMs coming to Dubai after His Highness visit.
Wow.
So IIMs are coming to Dubai after this agreement, and that's amazing. So more
Now you have
reason,
more brains.
more brains, more
Yes.
reason for Indian parents to send their children,
children, yeah.
to if they're not getting seats in India, well, Dubai is here.
Dubai is
Dubai is
You
here.
have NYU, you have the best UK universities, best American, and now the best IITs and IIMs are coming to
सब
UAE.
कुछ है, सब कुछ है. We have nothing. There's nothing that
There's
Dubai
nothing
doesn't
that
have.
Dubai
I
doesn't
think that's what
have.
they're building Dubai to become, right? There should be nothing in the world that Dubai cannot harbor. Then it doesn't have. Coming to this, there are a lot of Instagram reels and so on that talk about how there's so much disparity between Indians and Pakistanis, especially in terms of passport differentiations and people judge and so on. Let's talk about real estate in terms of buying properties and so on. Do you think there's any form of disparity or anything that Pakistani investors with the Pakistani passport face any kind of hindrances, or there's like extra check or anything of that sort?
I have not seen any hindrance.
Right.
The country of UAE is so harmonious for all nationalities. And that is why we also are staying together so
Of course.
happily.
Yeah.
I think it's quite smooth. Sometimes I cannot speak for immigration policies, but when from a property point of view, I think any investor can come here, buy their property, get their golden visa, and even the quality of clients from India and Pakistan are very similar. It's not like an Indian can buy a higher value property and a Pakistani cannot, or vice versa. So I think maybe last year one of our biggest deals in value wise was from a Pakistani gentleman. So in that respect, if that is your question, whether
Yeah.
can Indians buy more than Pakistan, no, I think it's quite equal. And again, the policies of UAE are so smooth for any nationality, not just Indian, because I'm sure not just Indians, Pakistanis, everyone is watching a podcast like this.
Correct.
It's smooth for every nationality. If they're in the United Nations, they can come to Dubai and buy from you.
That is true. That's true. Now we're going to be playing a rapid fire. I'm going to be throwing one word to each of you time to time. So I'm going to be switching things in between. So, and I want you guys to share your unfiltered reactions. So this is the unfiltered section here. Okay. However you want to react, you want to say a word, you want to do an action, an expression, whatever that is. Let's go on. Okay. We start with you, Rohit. First, your word is off plan.
Imar.
Okay. Imar's off plans best.
Best.
Amazing. We'll come to you, Asha. Downtown.
Imar.
Everything is about
Burj Khalifa, Imar.
Okay.
Downtown is like, that's the first thing that I can think of.
Yield.
Dubai gives it best, 7 to 10%.
Okay.
3 times more of India and Pakistan.
Wow. Amazing. We'll come to you, my dear. And that is Pakistani investors.
Ambitious.
Very nice. Lovely. You will come to you, Dubai Marina.
Russians?
Traffic. It kills me.
I swear. We'll come to you, luxury.
Palm Jumeirah.
Okay. Studio.
Great first time investment.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Buyer with 0 questions.
Doesn't exist. I don't know of any.
Okay. ROI.
Best is Imar. Best ROI is Imar. I don't work for Imar, I just love them.
Okay. Let's talk about, now we'll be coming to you. Commercial properties, residential properties.
Residential.
Residential.
There is a shortage of commercial properties, but
Yeah.
residential is a lovely product always.
Okay. Now, I want to know, see, there are 20,000 brokers in Dubai, registered brokers in Dubai. There are obviously many unregistered brokers in Dubai as well. What makes Merlin different in both of your opinions?
I think Merlin is, especially real estate vertical of us, I think we are quite privileged. And fortunately, unfortunately, unashamedly, we are using our privilege. Every broker needs a good black book of investors. I think we're very lucky to have our families over here, our extended families over here. Asha's family is from Pakistan, my family is from India, and here. So they themselves give us the base to do, and we are nothing without them. Our friends and family network, which has invested with us, have trusted us. has given us almost over $1 billion dirhams in purchasing,
Wow.
with all our developers.
Very
Now,
nice.
once you have that, developers come running to brokers like us.
Correct,
So I would
correct.
say I cannot take a lot of credit. So I'm sorry, even Asha and me. I just feel it's a lot of privilege which we have. A lot of our
Correct.
families trust us.
Yeah.
Yes.
We ourselves have put our money in the business, and having said that, we are still in the top 5% of brokers in UAE. 25,864, by the way, as of registered brokers today.
As of today.
Wow.
Asha and me are in the top 5%, but in the top 1%, there are people with no privilege.
Yeah.
They have worked from ground zero, and they are way above Merlin, way above Asha and me, and that's the people I look up to.
Correct.
That you came with no black book, no background, no investors. You did the cold calling, did the pick calls, and I really look up to the top 1% of the brokers of Dubai. It's not easy.
I agree. It's not. How about you, Asha?
I totally agree with him that, coming from these backgrounds and, we are very privileged. For us, to be honest, like, the support and we got was amazing. Like,
And that gives a higher thing to work on, that, they put so much trust on
they
us.
put so much trust on
So
us.
we really have to, like, I don't remember working so hard, even when I was in other verticals. And in real estate, when they put that type of responsibility on us, I think I'm happy she hasn't left me, but I don't leave my phone 18 hours a day. Even though I have a great team, I have
Correct.
a lovely team with me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to be there, personalized
Correct.
service in real estate.
I'd rather be part of this than suffer. So
Yeah.
I'd rather be on the phone and do the same. But I love it. Like, till I was not part of it, I mean, I didn't know that this is going to be my passion. So I'm so glad that, we're together in this, and it's amazing. It's like, the whole
course.
family put together. It just, makes sense.
Yeah.
It was the right time to start, I feel,
Correct.
And you're seeing the faces right now, Asha and me, but it's my dad, it's my elder brother.
Yes, it actually, in fact, it started thanks to my father-in-law that, he had this passion for real estate. He would buy and sell properties, and, Rohit was like, hello, why don't we have our own real estate company?
That is true. That is true.
That's how it all
I
actually
think all
began.
credit goes to my dad.
Yes,
Yeah.
it absolutely it goes
101%.
to Rohit's dad that,
Yes.
that's how the idea struck, and, we thought that, okay, fine, it's making sense. Let's all just jump in.
I honestly, we can't take any credit. It's our
Yes.
parents, it's the support of my elder brother, my mother, my father, that whatever little we have done, there's a lot more to go.
Correct.
But I think it's all our parents, to be honest.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of the first podcast. We have indeed discussed so many topics. So right from discussing about what makes Indians and Pakistani investors different and unique in their own respect, why Dubai, investment portfolios in Dubai, and of course having an unfiltered round with them. We've covered everything. So thank you.
Thank you so
Rohit and
much.
Asha.
Thank you.
Thank you,
In the next episode, we're going to be diving deeper into the nuances of real estate investments. And so we'll obviously be talking about what makes for a good property and what should people actually check much before investing, what kind of places gives you better ROI and so on. So on that note, I would want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel right away. Share this video with everyone in your network, and we'll see you next time in the next episode. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Diksha.
you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.